my God, ladies and gentlemen, big match coming up. Big match coming up. But you know what? This is a bit of a mismatch. This really is a bit of a mismatch. One club where the process is on an upward trajectory, another club, the process is stagnating. One club where I feel is on a good form, and the other club I feel like is a little bit shaky. This, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit scared. This is a dangerous situation. Not for us, but for Arsenal Football Club, ladies and gentlemen. It's a dangerous situation for Arsenal Football Club. If you thought that we are in trouble, no way, man. No way. This is a particular fixture. We've got it in the bag. And the recent form and the recent results will tell you so. Look, don't get me absolutely mistaken. Yes, in recent times, our record against Arsenal, the statisticals out there will say that it's not looking good, bruv. But what the stats don't say is surely this is going to turn around for us sooner rather than later. So what am I actually talking about, ladies and gentlemen? Have a look at this. Let's bring this up. Let's look at some of these statisticals. Recent results shows that our record against Arsenal is not the greatest. In fact, we've not beaten them in the last 6 games. So in the last 6 games, there's been 4 losses and 2 draws against them. But as I said, one team is looking up and the other team is probably not at the best situation at the moment. As you can see over here, let's bring this around a little bit. Arsenal in the last 6 games, yes, they've absolutely pummeled PSV, but they had a draw against PSV the last game. They had a draw against Man United. They beat PSV 7-1. They drew against Nottingham Forest, and they also lost against West Ham. This is not the greatest. In fact, in the Premier League, you can say that's one loss, another draw. So that's 2 draws and a loss in the last 5 matches, and 1 win. To be honest, it's just the 1 win because they drew against PSV. For us, ladies and gentlemen, it's the total opposite. Real Copenhagen, we've taken care of them not once but twice, beating them home and away. Very, very strong opposition. And we took care of some very, very high caliber rated, teams in the Premier League, teams that can be very sticky for top oppositions in the likes of Leicester, in the likes of Southampton. Don't worry about the Aston Villa one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, no one saw that. No one saw that game. So don't worry about that. But let's just focus on up until here. Southampton, good victory. Copenhagen, good victory. Then we had a victory against Leicester, and most recently Copenhagen as well. So we're in a 4-match winning streak, 2 back-to-back wins in the Premier League. From a form-wise, you can understand why some parts of the Chelsea fan base, in fact, majority parts of the Chelsea fan base should be feeling giddy. We really should be, because the morale should be high. The positivism should be very high within the squad. We've got some key players back from injuries as well, in the likes of Reece James, who wasn't injured, he was ill, so he's back. Romeo Lavia starting to feature in the bench as well. So there could be some exciting moments. And we've got some feel-good factor in terms of news as well. A couple of kids that we've bought. We've got another Here We Go for another kid, which the news will cover in a separate video later on. But, there's no doubt that we are looking good. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, have a look at this. Some of the results overnight have gone our way as well. You look at Manchester City drawing against Brighton, and Bournemouth as well losing. Nottingham Forest, look, we'll see. Surely they cannot continue this way. We're going to expect them to falter down the track. And we've got them coming up in the last day of the Premier League. So, there could be some interesting situations there. I still believe we can make 3rd spot. Top 4 is obviously the target, but I think Nottingham Forest could be in trouble as well. So Watch this space. But meanwhile, Man City and Bournemouth dropping points, which is fantastic. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, for me, I'm straight up predicting a big victory for us. A big victory. The form suggests that. Our morale suggests that. And contrary to that, Arsenal's form is not looking that great in recent times. They've got some injury problems as well. And as I said, what stats don't tell you is sooner or later there's a big victory coming for us against them. And of course, look, Enzo Maresca might not have beaten some of the top clubs, top teams so far this season. Surely that stat is also bound to change very, very soon. And I believe this is where it is all going to start changing as well. So looking forward to this. Now, some of the other news before we get into the match, my team that I'm going to select for this match. Enzo Maresca, ladies and gentlemen, in this moment, we have 2 targets, finish top 4 or 5 for the Champions League, and the other is winning the Conference League. Brilliant, brilliant. I mean, I love this conversation. We've got lucky. We've found some life that the 5th position could be Champions League position, and we could potentially make that. So this victory will go a long way. I'm very positive that we're going to get this victory. I'm so clear in my head that all things are pointing towards a massive Chelsea victory here. This club is used to playing in the finals and fighting for titles. So if we can win, if we can give the fans and clubs this chance again, then I think it's important for us. Of course it is. Of course it is very important. Enzo Maresca and Jackson and Madueke, we hope after the international break for their returns. At this moment in the season, we have lost key players that are the ones who score the goals. Nico Jackson and Noni Madueke with injury. It's not an excuse. It's really for all the clubs when you lose important players. Other players have to come in and do well. No, absolutely. Enzo Maresca, you are talking the talk. Key players being injured definitely hampers. And when you don't have options to fill in, you have to hope that others step in. And in this season and in this form that we've had prior to the 4 big victories in recent times, some of our players haven't stepped up. So look, hopefully that all changes as well. And looks like it has been changing over the last 4 games. It looks like it has been changing. Other players have been stepping up, especially the last game against Real Copenhagen. We played a scintillating game. We played a scintillating game where it looked like almost all players are back on form, and we are now ready to rock and roll against Arsenal. And look, what am I meant to be scared about? What am I meant to be scared about for Arsenal? Am I meant to be scared of Martin Luther Skelly? I'm not scared of Martin Luther Skelly. Am I meant to be scared of Declan Fried Rice? I don't think I'm going to be scared of Declan Fried Rice. Am I meant to be scared of Martin Bodyguard? I don't think so. I don't think so. Some of these players, look, we are well matched. In fact, we are better than well matched. And that is exactly what we're going to do right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to create the team. Let's bring down the team lineup. Here we go. This is how we are going to shape up. Our gaffer's already said Robert Sanchez is Chelsea number 1, and I'm with him. When you have a couple of awesome goalkeepers in the likes of Robert Sanchez and Jurgensen, it's almost as if picking between Courtois and Peter Cech. Either way, we are winning. Anyway, both the goalkeepers are absolutely amazing. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. It doesn't matter whether you have Sanchez. It doesn't matter whether you have Jurgensen. Both of them are quality. Sanchez for this week is the number 1. This is what our gaffer has said, and I'm absolutely with him. I'm going with Reece James. He's back. I don't mind him to start inverting on that right side into midfield. He's starting to show he is a quality midfielder, even though we've bought whole heap of other young midfielders. We recently, bought. We've got the Here We Go for Dario Sogo. We've got Matisse Omogo, who actually really is Matisse Amani, to be honest. It just goes by the name Matisse Omogo. So we've got midfielders, but don't worry, Reece James, another midfielder. We need cover there. We can't just rely on Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. I fully expect Reece James to start inverting a lot more. I expect Wesley Fofana to start. He's looking really good. He had a top game against Real Copenhagen. And did he play against Real Copenhagen or did he play against Leicester? I think he might have played against Leicester. So I expect Fofana to be back, where he will cover the right side as soon as Reece James inverts. And Fofana is very good on wide areas. Sensational, to be honest. Colwell will be the center back. He'll be marshalling orders from the middle. And this season, Levi Colwell, I mean, phenomenal, phenomenal. We have to understand he's a kid after all as well. He's learning. He's turning out to be a bit of a leader. And he'll be spraying passes. He'll be the Beckenbauer through the middle. Beckenbauer of the days. He'll be the deep lying playmaker for Chelsea Football Club in this match against Arsenal. Arsenal will not know what hit them. Some of those passes from Colwell coming from deep is really going to catch them out. Cucurella, to wrap things up on that left side for me, he's been sensational. He has been superb this season. Probably will go down as one of the contenders for Chelsea Player of the Season. In fact, he's the best left back in the league, in my opinion. Up front, ladies and gentlemen, in fact, it's going to be a 4-2-3-1 for me. Caicedo, we've already got a regent, so coming up next season, Caicedo, hang in there, keep playing the matches. Hopefully, touch wood, no injuries for you. We've got a midfielder coming, Dario Sugu from Sporting, who's going to be looking after Caicedo from next season. For now, Caicedo, just stick it out, mate. Absolutely stick it out. Pause for a second. I don't actually mean by you flopping it out and sticking it out. What I mean by is hang in there, hang in there. That's what I mean. Don't literally stick the thing out, which is going to get you in trouble in the game. Quite rude behavior. Enzo Fernandez in midfield to wrap things up in the midfield. Up front, this way it gets tricky. Not for us. For us, we have plethora of options. Get really tricky for Arsenal because they're going to be in trouble. This attacking lineup that I'm going to choose is going to rock them. Neto up front, Pedro Neto, he's been sensational playing as a striker. This is something that he could potentially look into down the track, and this is something that he should probably put down in his CV, that he is now also a striker, not just a winger. His CV will start looking much, much healthier. On the right side, I'm going with, Cole Palmer right behind. I know I probably, in recent times, I said that don't start Cole Palmer, but this is a game maybe he comes back in form. Maybe this is the game he comes back in form. What better occasion? What better occasion away at Emirates to find the form back? And I think he can be devastating, coming up against Declan Fried Rice and Martin Bodegaard and Martin Luther Skelly. I think these are the moments where Cole Palmer will really, really step in and step up. On the right side, I'm going with this can be a bit tricky. Who should I go with? Because we're a little bit short when it comes to wingers. But I'm going with Jadon Sancho on the right side. Actually, no. I'm going with Jadon Sancho on the left side, and I'm going with Tyrese George on that right side. So look, yes, he's young, but I think he's ready to go, ladies and gentlemen, to rock and roll. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my team. Robert Sanchez, number one goalkeeper for us. You see the back line. Colwell, absolute devastator. Reece James, captain. He's going to be inverting. Caicedo and Fernandez should be too much for Declan Fried Rice and whoever else they've got in midfield. Up front, a plethora of talent. Ladies and gentlemen, my score prediction is Arsenal 0, Chelsea 4. I'm very confident. I'm very, very confident that this should be light work. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and we shall see you guys for the news segment tomorrow early morning. And then obviously we've got the watch along. Until then, everyone, smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Nothing to worry about. Come on, let's go.